This time, let's go with the NAPOLCOM Entrance Exam free online reviewer. This is updated by Draven Cueva last May 11, 2021. So the coverage of the NAPOLCOM Entrance Exam, these are general information. Under general information, Philippine Constitution, Philippine History, PNP Law and History, Criminal Justice System, Current Events, Social Awareness, and Value Judgment. Then Verbal Reasoning, Vocabulary, Reading Comprehension, Grammar, Quantitative Reasoning, Basic Concepts, Problem Solving Skills, and Logical Reasoning. Verbal, Non-Verbal, and Spatial Ability, the map rating. This time, let's go with Logical Reasoning, Verbal. Just click. So this online test is comprised of 30 questions in multiple choice format. Click start. It will just only tell us the correct answer if we get wrong. Start quiz. The high school math department needs to appoint new chairperson, which will be based on seniority. Okay, again, the high school math department needs to appoint a new chairperson, which will be based on seniority. Miss Tapia has less seniority than Mr. Bean, but more than Miss Minchin. Mr. Yoso has more seniority than Miss Tapia, but less than Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean doesn't want the job. Who will be the new math department chairperson? So in this issue, the question here is, who will be the new math department chairperson? The qualification to be a math department is based on seniority. So the one who is senior, the most senior, will be the appointed new chairperson. So let's analyze. Miss Tapia has less seniority compared to Mr. Bean. So therefore, Mr. Bean is ahead of Tapia. Now, but more than Miss Minchin. Again, Miss Tapia has less seniority than Mr. Bean. So therefore, so Tapia will be less than with Mr. Bean, but more than Miss Minchin. So Miss Tapia is more than Miss Minchin. So it means to say from this statement, Miss Tapia is less senior than Mr. Bean. So Mr. Bean is senior, more than Miss Minchin. So therefore, first seniority will be Mr. Bean, second will be Tapia, then next Miss Minchin. Now Mr. Yoso has more seniority than Miss Tapia, but less than Mr. Bean. Okay. So Mr. Yoso has more seniority than Tapia, but less than Mr. Bean. So it means to say Mr. Bean still the most senior, and Mr. Bean doesn't want the job. So even though Mr. Bean doesn't want the job, but based from here, he is seniority. He is the most senior. So let's try Mr. Bean. Okay, Mr. Bean has the most seniority, but he doesn't want the job. Yes, Mr. Bean is the most senior, but he doesn't want the job. So next in line is Mr. Yoso, who has more seniority than Miss Tapia or Miss Minchin. So that's verbal as well. Next, CMMEOO GQQ blank KUU. It's a double. So C jump. If we will look at the first letter of each letters, C, then skip D, then move with E, C, E, then E, skip F, then G. So then G will skip H, then I. So it should be ISS or either ISS or IPT. Now, M, skip 1, skip N, so therefore M and O, so MO. Then Q, MOP, Q, so skip P, so therefore skip 1, Q, MNOPQR, S, so skip S, so therefore MNOPQRS, skip R, so therefore ISS. Okay, correct? The first letters are in alphabetical in order with a letter skip in between each segment, C, E, G, I, K. The second and third letters are repeated. They are also in order with a skip letter, M, N, skip N, O, P, skip P, Q, R, skip R, then T. That's it. Next, which of the following diagrams indicates the best relation between boys, girls, and students? Which of the following diagrams indicates the best relation between boys, girls, and students? So students here is general. It consists boys and girls. So therefore, a big circle for student, then boys and girls. So I think the third one, this third one, let's try. Okay. Oh, okay. Boys, students, and girls. That's the best diagram to describe the relations between boys, girls, and students. Continue. All beggars are poor. Which of the following conclusions is valid from the given statement? All beggars are poor. So, if Carlo is beggar, then Carlo is poor. Yes. All of those who are poor are beggar. If Jocelyn is poor, then she is beggar. I think it's not valid. If Beth is not a beggar, then she is rich. Not. So let's try this. If Carlo is a beggar, then Carlo is poor. Check. Because choices 2 and 3 are incorrect. What is known only is that all beggars are poor, but it is not stated if all poor or people are beggars. Tama. Not all poor beggars. Choice is also wrong because if a person is not a beggar, it doesn't necessarily mean that that person is rich. No. Continue. If the 5th day of the month falls on Thursday, what day of the week will precede the 9th day of the month? If the 5th day falls Thursday, so the 6th will be Friday, the 7th will be Saturday, the 8th will be Sunday, the 9th will be Monday. Let's try Monday. Okay, it's Sunday. The 5th day of the month is Thursday. The 9th day of the month is 4 days from Thursday, so it must be Monday. And the day that precedes Monday is Sunday. Okay. What day of the week will precede? It should be before the 9th day. So it refers to the 8th day it's the 8th day, so therefore the 8th day here is Sunday. The 9th day is Monday. Here are some words translated from an artificial language. Gerb floor means fan belt. Pix gerbil means ceiling fan. R2 saw tile roof. What could mean ceiling tile? Ceiling is pinks. Tile means art. Pinks art. Let's try this pinks art. Okay, correct. Gober means fan. The floor means belt. Pinks means ceiling. Art means tile. And tassel means roof. Therefore, Pixnard is the correct. Continue. All the tulips in Zoe's garden are white. All the tulips in Zoe's garden are white. All tulips. All the pansies in Zoe's garden are yellow. All the flowers in Zoe's garden are either white or yellow. Yes. If the first two statements are true, the third statement is also true. Because all tulips in Zoe's garden are white. Only tulips. All the pansies in garden are yellow. So all the flowers in Zoe's garden are either white or yellow. False. False. Because it refers to all flowers. So not just only referring to tulips and pansies. So let's try false. Okay, it's uncertain. The first two statements give information about Zoe's tulips and pansies. The information about any other kind of flowers cannot be determined. Okay, uncertain. Next, which of the following figures best depicts the relationship among criminals, thieves, and judges? Criminals. All criminals. Some of the criminals are thieves. So let's try letter B. Okay, correct. It's because in criminals, it can be either thieves, and then separate the judges. Next, Lorena is fairer than Griselda. Griselda is fairer than Marianne. So therefore, Lorena is fairer than Marianne. Okay, Lorena is fairer than Marianne. Check. Just only combine. Choices 2 can be eliminated because the statement says Lorena is fairer than Griselda. It's because here Lorena is fairer than Griselda. So therefore, and then Griselda is fairer than Marianne. So therefore, Lorena is fairer than Marianne. Verbal reason. Continue. Either Eric will marry Rendell or Eric will work abroad. Either Eric will marry Rendell or will work abroad. Eric did not work abroad. So therefore, Eric will marry Rendell. Okay. The argument here, the formula is, the argument follows this reasoning. If P or Q, then not P. If P or Q and not P, then Q. If P or Q and not P, so therefore Q. Since Eric did not work abroad, he will marry Rendell, which is in choice 1. It's either. So if one choice will be eliminated, so therefore, or will not be fulfilled, the other choice will be completed. During the past year, Josh saw more movies than Stephen. During the past year, Josh saw more movies than Stephen. Stephen saw fewer movies than Darren. So therefore, then Darren saw more movies than Josh. So from here, Josh saw more movies than Stephen. So Josh will be on top of Stephen. And Stephen saw fewer movies than Darren. Okay, so Josh, Darren, Stephen. Next, Darren saw more movies than Josh. So therefore, it's Josh, then Stephen, then Darren, Josh, Stephen. If the first two statements are true, the third statement is true. Josh saw more movies than Stephen. Stephen saw fewer movies than Darren. So therefore, Josh saw more movies. It should be watch. So it's true. Okay. Uncertain because the first two sentences are true. Yes. Both Josh and Darren saw more movies than Stephen. Correct. However, it is uncertain as to whether Darren saw more movies than Josh. It's uncertain whether Darren saw more movies than Josh. At the baseball game, Henry was sitting in seat 253. Henry was sitting in seat 253. Marla was sitting to the right of Henry in seat 254. In the seat to the left of Henry was George. Inez was sitting to the left of George. Which seat is Inez sitting in? If Henry is 253, Marla on the right is 254. In the left of Henry, it should be George 253 252 because it's in the left of Henry 252. The right of Henry it's 254. Now Inez was sitting to the left of George. So therefore, Inez should be 251 because George is 252, 251. You check. If George is sitting at Henry's left, then George's seat is 252. Then the next seat, the left is 251. Next. A fruit basket contains more apples than lemons. More apples than lemons. There are more lemons in the basket than there are oranges. More apple than lemons. Then there are more lemons than in the basket than the orange. So third will be orange. The basket contains more apples than oranges. Can be true. If the two statements are true, then the third statement is so more apple than lemons. There are more lemons in the basket than oranges. Then the basket contains more apples than oranges. True. Correct. Because there are fewer oranges than either apples or lemons. So the statement is true. Easy method. Try this to solve without any confusion. A fruit basket contains more apples than lemon. So more greater than lemon. There are more lemons in the basket than oranges. So lemon is greater than orange. Now, combine the above two results. So apple is greater than lemon, greater than orange. So therefore, the result will be apple is greater than orange. That's yes. Therefore, the third statement, which is the basket contains more apples than oranges is true. QPO NML KGI blank EDC. Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, blank, E, D, C. Q, Q, it's going back. Q, the M, okay, it's M, A, B, C, D. Okay, it's going. So therefore, diba, C, A, B, C, D, E. It should be F, G, H. Okay, check. It's the reverse. The series consists of letters in a reverse alphabetical order.